Hello, I'm back again with another video. Today is gonna be a lot more put together. I don't even know what yesterday was. We're not gonna talk about her. We're gonna move on and we're gonna get cracking with today's video. So you might have seen I've done a few parts now of judging books by their covers, but the other day I was sat there, I was thinking, what could we do next? And then I realised, how about the classics? We're twisting it, we're making it, we're flipping the script, and we're gonna do, would I read these classics based on their modern covers? For some we have a few to compare, some we only have one. Without further ado, let's get cracking, I reckon. Yes, look at her volume, she's popping up. I've got a bit of like a going on. I kind of always do, but she's gonna have to ignore it, please. Please, please, please. Right, as always, we have the trusty PowerPoint presentation. She's not fancy, she's fun. Maybe you got a little sneak peek there. I did write 3 of the books on the title screen to remember what to put in the thumbnail. Look at me, reminding myself. Having regrets because I feel like I should have ordered a coffee this morning because I could do with it. But, you know, it's okay. I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be fine. Number 1, P&P as I like to call it, or Pride and Prejudice. I always feel like I'm gonna stumble that last word. How do you feel about that? Do you feel the same? It's just one of those words that's a bit hard to say, isn't it? Right, we've actually got 3 covers, so we're starting off bloody strong if I tell you that for free. We're gonna go worst to best. This is the first cover. I don't like it, I'll be honest, I don't like it. I actually had this cover at home and I gave it away. Yeah, I don't like the colours, it doesn't pop. Also, I must say I do have another edition of Pride and Prejudice. I didn't need 2 anyway. But I just, you know, I wasn't just throwing away Pride and Prejudice. Gave it to a friend. So, pretty fun, pretty fresh. I think we know there's people on it, colours aren't exciting. Then we have a little middle of the range moment. So, I don't hate this, but I don't love it. There's a bit too much going on, if you ask me. Well, you didn't, but you're getting my opinion anyway. Again, who do I think I am? Honestly, at this point, let's just be professional book cover critics. Why not? I like the colour and I like some of the illustrations, but I do feel like there's too much going on. So that's why it's the middle of the range for me. And then let's talk about this beauty over here. I love it. Everything about it. I think it's the Barnes and Noble. Hello? Barnes and Noble? Who knows? Fucking squeakers over there. I would definitely put this in my bag. I think it's gorgeous. I have a really cool edition actually at home that I found at a charity shop. It's not rare or anything, but it's a cool edition. So remind me and I'll show you when I get back home. Yes, I would read P&P based on the last 2 covers, but probably not based off the first one. Right, swiftly moving on, keeping in the old Jane Austen theme. We've got Sense and Sensibility. I don't like this cover. Again, people, a bit boring, isn't it? You can keep them simple, keep them classic, but don't make them like, oh, you know, don't make them boring. Sorry, that's a bit rude. This one, on the other hand, chef's kiss. She's green, she's classic, lovely font, loving the swirls, loving the flowers. Honestly, unreal. Big thumbs up for me on this. And so for Sense and Sensibility, it's similar to P&P. I like to call this one S and S. I wouldn't read it based on the illustrated cover, but on the green one, that would definitely be in my basket. Coming home with me. Let's go to Mr. Oscar Wilde over here. So we have the picture of Dorian Gray. Again, we have 2. This here is the epitome of what I think a fabulous book looks like. This is a penguin cloth bound. I own this at home. It is gorgeous. The details, and it's like kind of embossed a little bit. And oh, it's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And it's matte black. And you think that the black would be a bit dark, but the embossed writing on the front kind of brings it out. Oh, it's delicious. I've looked at it for years and years and years, and I finally got it this year for Christmas. Woo! Big mega thumbs up. I'm reading that. That's coming home with me. This one, on the other hand, why? No, don't like it. And the problem is I'm going to be really honest right now. I don't know if that's meant to be Oscar Wilde, because I feel like it doesn't look like him from what I remember his pictures looking like. Then if that's supposed to be Dorian Gray, that's also not how I picture him either. So I don't really know. Can someone help me? Because regardless, it wouldn't be coming home with me. So let's put a picture of Oscar Wilde up, right? And then let's put a picture of this dude up. Are we the same? I don't think so. So what are you even doing? On to Mr. Dickens. Now, I've actually never read a book by Charles Dickens. Crazy. Let me know if I should. The question of the day is, would I read it based on their good old covers? Again, I'm going to be straight to the point. There's a cover I like, I tolerate it, and there's a cover I strongly dislike. I think we know why I dislike this one. This would not be coming home with me. This one, I'd think about it, and it would be a maybe. The reason it would come home potentially would be because I haven't read Charles Dickens yet. I do like the cover, but again, I think it's a bit boring. So probably, honestly, I don't think it would come home with me. Moving on to Oliver Twist. Oliver! Sorry. Gosh. This one, no thank you, not coming home with me, too many people, too much going on, not sure I'm a fan of the illustration style. This one, I like it, I do, I think the bowl's quite cool. I don't know whether it would make me go, oh yes, that needs to come home. I feel like with the classics, it's more the title and the name, right? Who's written the book. That's the reason, really. You'd be like, oh yeah, I probably should read that. Whereas this is technically based on the cover. So I think Mr. Dickens has struck out 2 for 2, to be honest. I don't think I would take either of them home. But I would like to read these books. So if you'd be interested in me reading these for a video, sorry, getting my fingers involved, let me know. Tess of the D'Urbervilles by Thomas Hardy. I have wanted to read this book for a long time. Again, oh gosh, who am I? I haven't actually read a book by Hardy. However, I could not find a single book cover I liked. Honestly, not a vibe. Every single one had a person on it, and I'm sorry, but I don't want that. I don't want that. Maybe I'll try and find one without. Maybe I'll just keep it simple, go penguin cloth bound. Just weren't for me, if I'm honest with you. Wasn't for me. Don't think I would be putting that one in my basket, if I'm honest. Alright, next we've got Charlotte Bronte, we've got Jane Eyre. Again, couldn't find a cover I liked. Always had a person on it. I wish I had found one without a person on it, because this is actually a book I do want to read as well. I think you're finding out today a little bit exposed that I haven't read as many classics as I probably should have. I think I associated them with school, that kind of vibe, you know, reading Of Mice and Men and Spectacles, those kind of work. So I kind of put off reading them, but since I've started reading classics, I've really been enjoying them. I'm definitely going to push to read more. I just think there's something so eloquent about how it's all put together, which can be lacking in works nowadays. It doesn't have the same kind of finesse sometimes. Sorry to expose it, you can't compare Icebreaker to Pride and Prejudice, for example. Like, you just can't compare. I think this is definitely something I'm going to continue doing, and you can come along with me on the journey if you'd like. So yes, unfortunately Jane Eyre is not going in my basket because I don't like the cover. Next we have Little Women. Now I actually have this book at home and we have quite a nice copy of it. It's my mum's. I think she got it for a present or something. So I'm definitely going to read it, and it always reminds me of that scene in Friends where Joey and Rachel swap books. Ready to go, so it's all great. Unfortunately, I wanted to say the bit about having a nice copy at home because I'm about to slash the copies I've just seen. These are both, in my opinion, not very nice. Even the penguin cloth bound isn't doing bits for me. It's brown, it's boring, it's not eye-catching. And the other one has people on it. So unfortunately, these books would not go in my basket. I feel like we were doing really well and now it's taken a turn. Okay, another Bronte. So Wuthering Heights. I have the Wordsworth cover at home and it has a little silhouette on it, but it's okay. But I actually found this cover in my research and I really like this cover. And if I'd seen this cover, I would have got it. I'm gonna give it a tip. Flex the dark ambience, but I really like the colors and the way the art style is. Big ticks. We're back on the up. Next we have To Kill a Mockingbird. Now there's two versions. There's the 50th anniversary version, which this might be one of the only books that has some kind of silhouette that's quite in the forefront that I actually don't mind. I think this works as a book cover. So this is crazy. This is a crazy moment. Alice is actually liking a book cover with a silhouette of a person on it. I mean, granted, it's not a person. If there was any face involved, not happening. But I think it really captures a cool vibe. Props to the 50th anniversary edition. Crazy, there's actually a sticker there that says over 30 million copies sold worldwide. Imagine writing a book and having 30 million copies sold. That is crazy. Snaps and claps for Harper Lee. While I was on my deep dive, I actually found another cover that I actually think I prefer, but that's because I love the colours and the style. There's this one. This would 100%, 1000% come home with me. The other one I think would make me think, but then I'd be like, oh no, this is quite cool actually, so I would take it. Then again, is that influenced because I know it's the book To Kill a Mockingbird? Who knows? I try to be as fair as possible. I feel like I would. I feel like it's pretty cool. I love this green tree with the red background. Oh, delicious. Would come home with me. Finally, we have the abomination, no offense, of The Great Gatsby. I'm sorry, I have always disliked this cover. I find it very creepy, I find it scary, and I would not want that on my bookshelf. But anyway, those are my opinions of the classics modern book covers. Cardinal sin, judging them by their covers, seeing if they would come home with me. There were some good ones in there, there were some not so good ones in there. I definitely found that with the classics there are a lot more covers with people and faces on them. We know how I feel about those. Well, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, smash that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. Come on back for the next videos where we're just chatting about books. Little sit down chat, chills. Like I said before, put me on in the background, watch me with your full attention, make yourself some lunch, make yourself some dinner, make yourself some breakfast, do whatever you want, but just know you've got a gal that likes to chat about books here. So if that's something you like, stay along for the ride. And on that note, until tomorrow, I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Oh, my stomach is rumbling.